Hey everybody, welcome back to the Hardcore Fab channel. On today's video, I'm over here working in the new shop and I'm hopefully going to take care of the problem that's been bothering a bunch of you guys now for a while, and that is the echo in here in this room. It's terrible. We've got enough stuff in the other parts of the building and everything to where there's not much echo, but in here it's pretty bad. I admit that. We've tried wearing a mic and different things and it just doesn't seem to work or change much. So I'm hoping by the end of the day though on this video that we'll be able to have that fixed. We're also going to fix a couple of things that are bothering me, and that is, first of all, lighting in this room kind of sucks. So we're going to try to address that situation, and then I also want to try to go ahead and paint the ceiling in here and get rid of all the ugly that's up there. I think that's going to make a world of difference on how this building looks, and also how much light there is in the room after we take care of the lights. So, oh yeah, and one other thing too, if everything kind of comes together like I hope it will, I'm hoping we'll get our stuff in to be able to make our big wall of cabinets that I've got over here all sexy. And if we can get all that stuff done in this video, then the next time you guys see over here in this room, we're going to be moving in equipment so we can get started doing some work and start doing some builds again finally. So yeah, stick around, see how it turns out. Alright, so for the echo, what I had done is probably close to a year ago, I bought these panels here at an auction. And I got a smoking deal on them. There's probably 26 or 28, I don't remember the count now exactly, but a pretty decent amount of them. And I stuck them in here around the room, and it made a world of difference on the echo in this area, for sure, without a doubt. But the problem that I had with them is I don't like the way they look. They are not sexy in this area in any way, shape, or form. I want cool vintage stuff on the walls, eventually covering everything. I don't want something that looks like that up there. So what I've decided to do is hang them from the ceiling. And I think by hanging them from the ceiling, that's going to knock down, one part of the cube where the echo is going to go away. And then once we have all the other stuff on the walls and everything too, equipment and things in here, it's not going to have much of an echo at that point, I don't think. At least that's my hope anyways. I'm far from an expert on the subject, but that's the direction I'm going to go with all of this. I haven't hung these yet because I was really on the fence on what we were doing in here in this room on the ceiling. Now, the ceiling, in my opinion, I think looks terrible. We pressure washed it, and it looks way better than it did before we pressure washed it, of course, but it still just doesn't look good. I don't like the way it looks. And it doesn't reflect any light at all. So, there's a little bit of an issue there as far as functionality as well too. So, I think we've decided now that we are going to go ahead and paint it. I was on the fence before because of the cost of paint, of course. Our budget is pretty thin on this building. And then there's also a huge amount of time too to be able to paint it as well. And I was just about to the point where I was thinking maybe I could get away with just painting these and then hanging those up there, and then the rest of the ceiling would look okay. But I know in the back of my mind that that wouldn't be the case. It would still bother me. And it just so happens that we had someone reach out to us, one of the viewers like you guys, that has been following the channel for a while. Lonnie has reached out and was asking some questions about some things on one of our builds, and then was also talking about how he would really like to help us out on the building because he knows that it's a huge undertaking. And reluctantly, I agreed. I say reluctantly because I'm not the type of person that was really looking for anybody just to help me out or whatever, but I did agree. He did help us by sending over some money, and I greatly appreciate that, Lonnie. It's huge. It means a ton to me that you did that. And I'm going to take that, and I'm going to use it to buy paint to go ahead and do the ceiling up here in this room. I don't know if it's going to quite cover all of it, but it's getting us pretty close to being all the way there, so that's a huge thing. And I, again, greatly appreciate that, and yeah, that was really, really awesome. So now, I'm going to go ahead and get started. I got some stuff sitting here ready to rock and roll. You guys won't have to listen to the echo anymore at this point. Hopefully after this too much longer. So let's get painting. I know the only thing worse than watching paint getting rolled on is watching paint dry, so I'm not going to make this part very long, but I did roll it, and I do want to address something there real quick. The first thing out of everybody's mouth that walked in the shop while I was working on this and doing this is, how come you're not spraying it? So I already know that that's going to be a comment that I'm going to get in the comments down below, and try to go ahead and jump on top of that before I get a million comments down there saying I need to spray it. I do have a few reasons why I didn't spray it. First reason is I don't have a sprayer to spray it with, even if I wanted to. Next thing is that this ceiling is 18 feet tall. I've said that over and over again, but if you think about it, I don't want all the overspray and stuff all over the walls, so that means that I would have to tape off 18 feet worth of wall. And I would have to do that all the way around the building, because if we're spraying it, it's going to be in the air and it's going to get, all that overspray on stuff. And I'm going to have to get everything inside the room either out of there, or I'm going to have to cover all of it. And I didn't have to do hardly any of that when I was rolling it. So there's that. There also is still several spots here in the roof that I think I would like to go ahead and try to fix and patch. You'll see those here in the coming pictures, and I didn't want to get any overspray and stuff in them, so it was real easy just to kind of go around them with the roller, but still do the majority of the ceiling right now and have it covered. Those are my main reasons as to why I didn't go ahead and spray it. Alright, so that was a ridiculous amount of work to be able to paint all that, but I think it looks so much better, and I think it's going to be worth it in the end. I'm already thinking it's worth it now. So it's already a lot lighter in here. It's got a lot more reflection coming down off of that. And to help the lighting situation out, we're going to go ahead and put in some different lights in here. It's still going to be the same style of lights that I have up there right now. I have the style that actually just screws into a regular old light bulb style fitting that's up there in the light socket. You guys know what I'm saying, right? Anyways, regular old light socket like you screw a regular old bulb into. I've got those up there now. That's what was here in the building, and that part of the wiring was not stripped out of the building, and I didn't really want to change it because we're probably looking at over $1,000 by the time you get an electrician in here to go in here and change all that stuff around. So we're using what we've got, and I think we're going to be great after we get something switched out here. I've got this light right here is actually the light that's over there that's the brightest in the room on the far corner, and it is from GT-Lite. I bought that one over there a few months back from Menards over in Wichita. We don't get over there very often, so after I bought that one, I thought it was a pretty cool light, and it seemed like it was putting off a lot of light. We bought some other ones off Amazon. The ones off Amazon are nowhere near as bright as that one over there. And then I bought one from the tractor store here in town, and it's the one over there. It was the most expensive one. Actually, I bought two of those. It was the most expensive of them, and one of them burnt out within like a week. That one's still working, so there's that, but I don't know, that doesn't give me much faith in that style of light over there. So it was pretty ironic. I was actually at the point where I was going to make a trip all the way over to Wichita to get some of these and replace all of these other ones in here with some of these. And right at the exact same time that I did that, GT-Lite actually hit me up and asked if I'd be interested in some of their lights here in this space to be able to help us out and show you guys these lights. And it was a really odd coincidence, but it's the way it worked out. And I'm like, yeah, that would be great. I know exactly what I need from you guys because I've already got one in here working out good. So I've waited now until evening time, nighttime. It's dark outside, so we have no extra light coming in from outside to be able to change the look of this room at all. And I want to go in here now and run around and put all of these that I've got now from them up here in the sockets, and we're going to see how much of a difference it's going to make in this space. I think it's going to be huge. Well, I guess I'll have to show you guys this bulb real quick before I go and stick them all up there in the sky about 18 feet in the air. They, like I said, have a regular just little screw-in style fitting here on the back, like a regular old bulb. And then they've got the box here that everything attaches to, but on the sides of it, it's got like little wings that you can actually take and move and point towards whatever it is that you need to actually light up in your space. Or if you want to try to go, out farther, you can push them out or whatever works best for you. So I'm going to put them up there, and I think I'm going to put them all in an about 45-degree angle or something like that. I think that'll be pretty good. I think these are 15,000 lumens, and I think it's equivalent of 750 watts, but they actually only use like 130 watts according to the box. So pretty bright light. I think you guys can all see now the other ones that are in here, and we'll go ahead and I'll step out of the way here. We'll get you a picture of what it looks like now, and then I'm going to go ahead and get up there and screw all these in.
You're huge on the wall in the background.
I don't know how you can tell and shit. Well, moment of truth, we've got them all switched out. Let's see what we got when we turn on the light switch. Wow. I'm pretty sure that is the most light that has probably ever been in this room, like since 1908. Because I know they didn't have lights like that back then, and I know it was in here when I got the place, and yeah. That is insane. Crazy amount of light. Well, I'm extremely happy with that. I guess now that I'm happy with that, we need to take care of this echo so you guys can be happy with the videos we're shooting in this area. All right, so to mount these panels, and I'm gonna apologize right now for this being all wobbly all over the place since we're all the way up here on the lift here, it does this number a little bit, so hopefully don't make you guys sick. But to mount the panels, I'm just measuring it out on the roof here, and then I'm taking a piece of this unistrut. It's like a piece of angle iron with holes in it. I know you guys have probably seen that stuff before. And I have got some tap cons and some screws, or some washers. So washer on the tap con, through the hole in that, and then that hole through the concrete here on the ceiling, screw that up, and then we're able to attach from here to here and come down with something to be able to hold the panel up. That's my plan anyway, so get this one up there, you guys see what that's like, and then we'll move on. Played hell trying to find something that would drill in this concrete. My little Harbor Freight hammer drill wasn't cutting it, but borrowed one here from my buddy Ty that does the trick pretty good. So. And just like that, we got a bracket. It's pretty straightforward there. And I think so that I don't make you guys sick from this thing wobbling all around, I'll just go ahead and we'll come back to this when I've got all these up and we can start hanging panels. Until then, Connor's down there working on some wraps, so let me show you guys what that looks like. Connor has got a little bit of practice with this stuff. He's actually pretty decent at it, so I'm gonna let him actually do the wrapping on the cabinets, and we'll see how this thing all looks once it gets some new color on it. I'm gonna go ahead and stack my stuff back up here too, since the ceiling's all painted. that sweet or what? Oh man, I'm digging that. I think that turned out awesome. I am so excited for that. That's going to make me in a mood to want to work on some stuff. That's killer. I'm super excited about the fact that even figuring in paying Connor for his time and the wrap and everything that I've got sitting over here, as far as cabinets wise, I'm in it for like less than 500 bucks. So I'm pretty excited about that. I don't know where I could go and find anything remotely close to that. Plus the quality of those old cabinets from back in like the 40s or 50s or whatever, those are good quality cabinets. So I'm really happy with the way that turned out. Now I still do need to go ahead and do something for a countertop. I'm not sure exactly which way to go yet. I'm still on the fence about that. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about the idea for a countertop being either wood or being metal. I do have my old bench here that I've had for like 20 years that has got 3/4 inch solid steel top on it that is going to be the main place to, like, you know, beat and pry on stuff or whatever. So we could get away with maybe some wood over on the side cabinets there. Connor suggested that because then maybe we could put some stuff down. We wouldn't have to worry about getting scratched or whatever if we're working on that area. My only problem with wood though is like cleaning it up and things like that. You get something spilt on it, oil on it, drinks on it, whatever, you know, then it gets kind of soaked into the wood. I don't know if I like the idea of that or not. So I don't know. I'm on the fence. I'm interested to see what you guys think. So let me know about that in the comments below. Also, before we go, I know people are going to ask what the wrap is. I forget now off the top of my head, but I will put it right down here, whatever it is, the name of it, and I'll go ahead and put a link to it in the description down below as well. So if you guys are looking for it, it's on Amazon, and I think it looks awesome. I'll give you guys a closer shot of that right now. Cool part about that being that design and that kind of texture is when you walk by it, everything kind of glistens and shines, but it's not just a flat shiny panel, because there is a few little dents and dings in those doors. I mean, they're 50 years old, 75 years old, so they're not perfect, but you don't see that at all. It looks like a brand new set of cabinets up there right now. So that is really awesome with that pattern on there. So like I said, I'll leave a description down below, a link to that. And also, the good folks over at GT-Lite have offered up to give us a 10% discount. So I'm gonna put you guys the discount code right down here right now. And if you wanna go to their website and plug that in there, you can go there and get you some of these awesome lights. They're doing killer in here in this space. So I think with that, that's a wrap. Oh, how's the echo? Is the echo better? I think it's better. There is a little bit of an echo still in here, I'm not gonna lie. It's obviously still got a lot of stuff left to put in here, and that should take care of anything that's left for echo, but at least standing here, I don't know how it is for you guys on there. It's way better as far as echo in here, so I'm really happy with all that. And that was a lot of effort to get those panels up there, but we did get them up there. So now I think we're gonna be pretty good once we get the last of our stuff moved over here and everything situated in place. So yeah. Anyways, well, like I said, that's all I got for you guys on today's video. See you guys next time. Thanks for watching.